there, everybody. So we are live over here at Heather's Hobby Haven, and today we are going to be working on this adorable saturated canary image called Little Ladybug. Isn't she cute? She's looking pretty good. I think I'll move my little camera thing over here. I don't know if I like it over there. That's no good. I can look at nothing. Uh-oh. There. See if we can fix that. Okay. Now, let's see. What are we looking at? Oh, nothing. That's even better. Okay. There I am again. Found myself. See if we can move it around a little bit. How's that? Oh, that's way too far down. So today we're going to be doing this cute saturated canary one. Her name's Little Ladybug, and they will put a link down in the description box to go grab her up if you haven't already. Okay, there, that looks pretty good. All right, so that's what we're gonna do this week. Not next week, but the following week on the 3rd, August 3rd, we're going to do this one called Tilda, Farmer Tilda. And for that, we're going to do, now what can I say? We're going to do her, and for her, if you would like to get her with a coupon code, we can do July 6th in the coupon box. Sorry about that. I had to adjust the camera. Every time I look, I'm not looking at the silly thing, so I had to make sure it was over in the right spot. So we're going to do her on August 3rd at noon if you want to pick her up. Again, the coupon code's July 6th. And let's see here. If I stop messing with everything, maybe we could actually see something. Heidi! Okay, so I think I've got me adjusted there. It's pretty good where I want to go in the little camera thing. I had it sitting on the counter and I never looked that way, so I thought maybe if I put it over here I could see better. So, hi Dee, hi Sue. Glad you could join me. So, we're going to do, let's see, let's move that. Also, if you are wanting just to pick some stuff up over at the store, you can get 10% off if you use coupon code SALE10, so SALE10. You can use that to get 10% off your order. And if I don't think it'll work with both coupon codes, so if you want to do both, if you place 2 orders and they go over the free shipping amount, I will give you a refund of shipping, or ship them both together and give you a refund of 1 shipping, whichever it may be. Let's see if we can get all this stuff out here. Okay, I can find my girl. Not that one. Okay, here she is. Yay! Okay, let's zoom down a little bit. Oops, not that way. Okay, we got a girl. Okay, so let's start out by doing, and let me just say first, right off, I'm sorry about my voice. The kids gave me some bug of some sort, so if I start having a coughing fit, I'm sorry right off the bat. I did take my Dayquil, so hopefully we won't have any of that. But I feel like it's like 3,000 degrees in here in the video room, so after I'm done, I'm going back to bed. It feels like 93 here, D. So we're going to start out, and we're going to outline our girl with W0. And I'm not going to do anything fancy. I'm just going to go along her dress. And around to the other side. And this for me makes it look like it's popping off the page a little bit. Not quite so flat. And I like to do it first so that in case I get some on my image, I can erase it easily without having to worry about pulling any of the other colors out into the background, which I would totally do. So for me, doing it first just saves me that extra stress of not getting it where I want it to. And I'm going to bring my dress all the way down, so I might use this again to outline the edge of my dress when it comes down out here. I'm going to go clear out. Let's go ahead and just bring it down here like this. Go all the way down. '88's still pretty hot, Sue. Okay, so now we're going to do her skin. So let's do 11, 21, 00, 000. And then for her cheeks today, I wanted to be extra pink. So I got R32 and R30. So we're going to use these. So let's go ahead and start with our E11. I'm going to go ahead and just do her arms and her neck first. Do a little bit there on her collar. And then let's go underneath of her chin. Next we'll do E21. And I like to touch down on top of my E11 and flick away from it. She's got pretty skinny arms, so you might run out of room. And I'm going to bring this around the inside of her dress, her neckline. Then we'll add our E00 to fill that in. Then we'll go up here for her face. Again, we're going to grab our E11. And for that, I'm going to do right next to her ear where her ear touches the face. And she's got two, so let's do this side. And then for her hair up here, I want to go underneath of her bangs. And I think I'll bring this down alongside of her ear there too, a little bit. Then we'll add our E21. And I don't want to fill this in because there's white right for her eye, so be careful going around her eyelashes. And then we'll add E00. Again, touch down on top of your E21. And I don't worry about it being too blended at this point because I want to add her cheek color in there. And so I'm going to go over it again. And then I'll put my E00, I had it right the first time, over this little spot here on her nose. Then we're going to add some cheek color with R32. And I like to start over here next to her eye, where it's touching her ears, touching the bottom of her cheek there. Same over here. So about 1/4 of the way up on her ear. And then bring it out. Let's also go ahead and do this for her lips. So let's do R32. Add a little dab of that. I'm going to kind of do the outsides and then across the middle of her lip where it's touching, her mouth touches. And then we're going to do R30. Whoops. I'm going to touch up those lips again with R32. Let's do R30 again. Let's try that. I'm going to be a little bit darker. Ink up these cheeks a little bit too. And then my R30. A little bit up here on top. Okay, then for her face, let's do RE00. We don't want it to look this patchy. Swipe up here, and I'm just going to swipe down across her cheek. Go out here under her nose. Get that little ear again. And then we'll go over that with our E000. There, isn't she adorable? Totally cute. We move the camera a little bit more. Maybe we'll actually see me sometime during the day. So that is for her face. So she looks super, super cute. I'm gonna spend the whole time adjusting this stupid camera up here. So next, let's do her, her eyes. That we are going to do G28 and 24. So eyes are going to be this. I'm going to start with my G28, and I'm not going to do anything too fancy. I'm just going to go over, I don't want to fill them all the way in, so let's do this little corner over here. And I want to leave this white, this little white dot right here. So don't color that in. And her eyes didn't stamp as dark as I wanted, so I'll probably color those in with a dark color here in a minute. So we got G24 to fill the rest of this in. Remember to leave that little white dot. And let's give it another coat of our dark green. G28. And then a second coat of our G24. You girls been thinking about what you want to do next week? I don't have anything planned yet. I know the following week we're going to do Farmer Tilda, but I don't have anything planned for next week. So what would you like to work on for next week's live stream? Okay, for her hair, we're going to use E79, 77, 74, and 71. My 77, I don't know what happened to the lid, but I think I'll trade sides so that the number's not all scratched off. So let's go ahead and start with E77. E77. That was what I get for changing the lid. And for that, you want to put it wherever you want to have dark areas. So let's start down here in our little ponytail. And we'll do where it's coming away from her little wrapper that holds her ponytail together. And then where it comes out from the little wrapper. And everywhere the hair comes back together. And I don't use my E77 very much, so it's pretty wet. So if yours is really wet, take the other end of the cap off, and that will help you prevent from making that big blobby thing that does sometimes when it gets too damp. And then we'll want to do right where it comes down behind her ear. And then let's go ahead and do over here on this side, where it's coming out from behind her ear. And then where it's coming down away from her part. I'll turn my girl here a little bit more. And I'm going to really fill in this part down here. And let's bring it around over this way a little bit. Okay, that looks pretty good. Hi Trish, thanks for joining us. We're going to next do E74. And let's do a little bit. I'm just going to add more on. So let's do a few more streaks. Then we'll do around this way. I don't know why I don't use these colors as much. I kind of like them. I guess maybe because they have like a purplish gray tone to them, so I just don't pick them up as much as I do my E44s. E44, 43, I really like those. But these are nice. Gives her a different hair color. Next we'll do E71. And for this, I'm going to color it all the way in. And again, if you don't use these very much, pop the end off the other side of your cap and of your pen, and it will help it from making that big blob in the middle of your paper. Because I know mine's really wet, so I don't use them hardly that much. Then I'm going to go back with my E4 or E79, a dinosaur. I think I do have a cute dinosaur. It's got, what did I find? I think it's a Connie Fung art image. He's holding some balloons. He would be really cute. So maybe that one. I'll have to check him out, make sure that's who it is. If it is, I'll try to whip something up here in the next day or so, and we can work on him next week. Be cute for a little boy's birthday. Even a little girl's birthday, you can make the dinosaur pink. He doesn't have to be a boy color. My streaks are not going very well today. Okay, I like that. And I'm also going to add, so I'll put the dinosaur on my list, and I'll try to plan to do that. Do you guys have a suggestion for the following week that you'd like to do? This is E77. Oh, she's looking pretty hot. Okay, I'm going to leave it like that. I kind of like that. So dinosaur for next week it is. So I will find the image. I'm pretty sure it's a Connie Fung art image. You can pick it up over at Etsy. Like $3. I'm not positive on that, so don't quote me on that. but I'll find it and I'll do a card up on it and I will post it on the store blog in the next day or two. It probably will not be today since I'm not doing that great today. Okay, so let's do her wings next. For that, we are going to use... Oh, and our color is blender. Find that. So for our wings, we are going to use in 9, 5, 3, 1, 0, and the colorless blender. So if you guys have suggestions for the following, the next week after the dinosaur, we're going to do Farmer Tilda. So this cutie. And remember, you can go over and pick her up in the store for 25% off if you use code, what is the code? What did I do with my paper? Oh, July 6th. So if you want to pick her up for 25% off, head over and type in July and then the number 6, and you can have 25% off her. And she has a bunch of die cuts. So this took me a while to cut out. It wasn't instant. After I got started, I'm like, oh, why did I pick all those dies to cut out? But, you know, I thought I found my doohickey subscription and had all those little honeybee things in there. And I'm like, oh, that's super cute. Let's use those. So next, let's do wings. So for her wings, I'm going to start with N5. So we want to put that where we're going to have the darkest spot. So let's go with a little bit right above this outer wing. So the very next wing. That doesn't look great. And then we're going to come down by her arm. Don't color her arm, that's not good. And then the same for this side. Let's do this wing up here. And then we'll go right next to her arm. And again, this is a color I don't use as much. So if it's a color you don't use that much, make sure to pop the cap off of the other side so it doesn't make that big blob. And then we're going to add N3. We're just going to go right over the top of the N5. Open that up. And then over here, let's pull this out. This. And then I'm going to bring it down along the bottom here a little bit. Same for over here. Let's soften this line. And then we'll bring this line up. And then we're going to do, if you guys are working on it too and you want to send me a picture, I can post them on the blog, or if you would not want me posting it there, you can just let me know. If you email me, I can email you the picture to the other person if you'd rather do that. But I'm sure others would like to see your progress. If you wanted to share it, I'd be happy to do a post on it on the blog. So now we're going to do N1. I'm going to go ahead and fill in this last one up here. Let's bring this color around to connect to the bottom. Now let's bring this wing around to collect bottom down here. And then I'm going to bring this right along the edge of her hair on this side. Okay, then we're going to do N0. Brush right along this edge. I'm not necessarily going to fill the whole middle in. I'm just going to brush out as far as I can soften that. And with this side, let's brush away from this edge. And then I'm going to go over it with my colorless blender. I'm going to soften that all up. And then I'm going to take N9 and fill in these little dots. And since I got my N9 out, I'm going to go up here and I'm going to do her eye. Carefully kind of dab around in here to make this a little bit blacker because it didn't stamp as clear as I would like. And this works really good too if you have a Copic multi-liner. It's not quite as messy. There, that makes it a little bit darker. Okay, we're also going to use these colors down here on her sash. We're going to use in 9, 7, and 5. So let's start. Yes, if you guys send me a picture, Chris, you're so funny. If you send me your finished picture, we can do a blog post. It'd be fun to share with everybody how you are working on your project and how you watch the live stream and you, this is what it came out. I think that'd be fun. And other people like to see it too. So for N9, we want to do along these little lines. And I did the edge. Be careful, N9's really dark, so don't be getting too crazy with it. Because it'll get away from you. I know, it does me all the time. Then we'll do N7. And I'm just going right over the top of those, the N9. And then I'm going to fill it in with my N5. Next, let's do these antennae up here. So let's see what we do with that. N9. Up here and we'll do these little balls up here. So I'm going to do my N9 down here, kind of like a little C bottom. And I didn't care about those little swirls in there. Same for this side. And I'm always happy to share. If you girls send me pictures of stuff that you are working on and you want me to just look at it and let you know if you need help with something, I'm happy to do that. You just email it to me at HeathersHobbieHaven@hotmail.com and I'm happy to give you some critiquing. And I can be honest about it if you'd like. If you want me to give you the prettied up version, make sure to tell me that because I don't want to hurt your feelings. Then we're going to add N5. I'm kind of a tell it as it is kind of girl, so if you don't want me to tell you how it is, then make sure to say that in the comments that you would like me to be kinder. But I wouldn't be terrible anyway, honestly. Everybody's stuff, you just have to work at it. It takes practice. Next, we're going to do N3. I'm just working my way towards the top here. I colored outside the lines. That's no good. And then we'll finish it off with our N1. So, and let me see if I can fix this little goober right here that I went out of the lines in. Very great. I'm going to take my W0 is what I colored my image in with. I'm just going to go over that. What I did my outlining. Push it back in there a little bit. There we go. We can't have it falling out like that. That doesn't look that attractive. Okay, so Oh, you girls, you probably don't need as much help as you think you do. We're all our worst critic, I swear. Okay, those we're gonna need to N7. Oh, different one. Okay, so for our whoops, let's go up. Whoops, sorry about that. Let's go up a little bit so I can show you my pins. So for my pins, we're going to the dress. We're going to use our 59, 39, 37, 35, 32, and then N7. Isn't that exciting? I don't know, N7, I must have been crazy when I was doing the picture here. Okay, but we're going to start with that. So let me go back down. Okay, N7. We're going to go with that right along the edges of her dress. So let's do right at the top where her sleeve is, and then come down her arm. Same for this side. I'm trying not to color her arm. All right, then we're going to add our 59. We want to go right over the top of that N7. Oh, and I'm going to bring this down and around next to her sash. Again, cover up that N7, and I went just a little bit past. And we're going to go with our, oh, I got to get a little sip of water here. And we're going to go with R39. Oh, let's see, how many did I do on there? R39. Oh, on my directions it says I did the N7 last. See how with it I am? Helps if you read the entire directions before you get started, Heather. You guys ever just color and not read the directions and just then you get to the end, you're like, it doesn't look anything like Heather's. And then we'll do R35. And I already knew I was going to have to do 2 coats, so I wasn't worried. It didn't look fabulous. Oh, R35. Oh wait, I skipped R39. Let's do R39 up here. Then R35. And then I want to give it a second coat, so let's go R59. R39. R37. And then R35. I got a little crazy this time. This seems like a lot darker than the other, my last coloring one. Got a little bit heavier handed than I did the first time around. It still looks okay, and I got some kind of hair on the end here. Let's pull that off. That's no good. Okay, so for her skirt, then we're going to start. Let's see if we can read the directions this time. We're going to start with R59. And for that, we want to add it in all of the little creases. So let's go. I'm going to go ahead and just go right underneath of her sash. So all the way across. Make it easy. That. And then I want to go down the lines. Up here. Try not to color her hair. And then we're going to come down. I'm going to bring this all the way down to the bottom like this. On the screen? No, that doesn't help, does it? So all the way down to the bottom. And then right here is a wrinkle that kind of comes from the side. So I'm going to do that. Let's go a little bit past. Like, no, let's bring it all the way down too. This. Okay, then we're just going to do the same thing. We'll go up here, get some of these lines. And work our way to the other side. Let's bring this one. And we want right here. I'm going to go right along that line I drew. So we've got all those great little starting points. Yes, Sue, we're going to use N7 on the skirt, but on the directions I used it last. I didn't read the directions, so we're going to, for the top of her dress, so we're going to do it the opposite way, because I'm going to use it for my second time through. That was my fault. Like I said, I didn't read the directions first. I just was winging it. Next, we're going to go with R39. Because I'm going to give her dress 2 coats. So I'm going to do the N7. Put this underneath my paper here so that I don't color on my little board thing here. Because I'll do that. Come down. And then I want to make sure to leave it a light space in the middle, so I'm trying to be conservative with my lining. I think I used the N7 at the very end just to add a little bit more shadows in there. And darken it. Whoops. Stuck there. Sorry about that. And then we're going to go with R37. Add a little bit on this side. I don't want to add too much. I want to leave enough space in there for some white. And oh, I'm going to have to go around this hair right here. Try not to color her hair all the way in. Let's add a little bit on each side of this one because it's kind of large. For my girl here a little bit. And then we'll add R35. And I'm going to again make sure to leave a little bit of room for your R32. I don't want to fill it all the way in. R32 is really light, so I didn't want to put too much in there. It doesn't really play well with R35. It's a little bit, they need one in between those two to kind of help it out. They haven't got one yet, so you could also do your tip-to-tip method if you didn't like that. And then we're going to go with our R32. Now I'm going to fill it all the way in. But I mean, it doesn't really go well with others. Kind of tweener one. They haven't come out with one that goes in between there. I'm glad I put my paper under there because that came in kind of handy. Okay, so now we're going to do our N7, and then we're going to start over by giving it a second coat. So N7. And I'm going to put this right on those little lines. So let's go up here by our sash. Bring it down a little bit. And I'm going to try to use just the very end of my pen so I get a really tiny streak. I don't want it to be really wide. Going right over those lines that were already drawn there by Krista. Over here. Then we're going to add R59. So now go right over the top of your N7. Yes, N7. I had to look since I'm coloring on my directions now. I'm going right over the top of it because it'll soften those edges of that N7 up. I think I'll bring this one down all the way to the edge of our dress. We're going to add R39. I'm going down both sides, go over the top of your R59, your N7, and then add this, so you're kind of spreading those lines apart. But I'm going over the previous two colors so I can soften those edges up. And then we'll add R37. And then R35. I'm going to try to leave just where I want to put that really light color in. You could also leave a white streak down some of those lines. That would help you too if you just left it white and then did the R32 last. Now I'll use this one to go over her entire hair, or her entire dress. This helps too. It swipes those other colors right onto that really light color, R32, so that it'll darken it up just a little bit. And then she's got a little bit of her ponytail wrapper right here, so I'm going to take R39 and color that in so it's not white. Like so. So girls have any questions? How are you doing with your coloring? I don't feel like I was going super fast today, so usually I have my head sitting right down on top of my coloring, so you know, I'm leaning all over it. So here's our cute little saturated canary girl, all colored. Turn out cute. And then today you get, in your stuff, you get all this wonderful stuff. Let's see if we can go up a little bit more. Whoops, wrong way. We've got all this great stuff. And then you also get a package of these red pearls in your kit this time, so you can add those to your kit. Uh-oh, Dee, you fell behind? I'm sorry. You'll get caught up. I know, I love her eyes. On saturated canary images, they just have such cute little faces. Just adorable. Okay, so for our girl, oh, we also want to add some, let's see what I do with my glitter pen. I'm going to use my Spica clear glitter pen to add some sparkles to her hair because, you know, I like sparkles. So let's go in here and add some sparkles to her hair. This pen is kind of new, so it kind of leaves a blob at the end, so I've kind of just taken to swirling it around up here just to add the sparkle so it doesn't leave one big huge glitter spot at the end. I've never had it do that before, at least not that I noticed. And this time it's really doing it, so... And then I'm going to do these little antenna things. I forgot my Sharpie paint pen. Otherwise, we would put some dots. I used that to redo these lines in her eyes, and then I put some on her cheeks, and on her little lip there I put a little dot. And after we put her together, we'll put some stickles on her little antennae. So, this girl is going to attach to this little brown piece, so let's go ahead and do that, so I don't forget. Okay, kind of pokes over the top, so it doesn't go flat down to this little hole. It kind of covers up the end of both of those a little bit. And then let's go ahead and put on some pop dots on her because she's going to be popped up. Let's just do that now. Save a little bit of time. My die has some stuff on the edge, so let's go ahead and pull that off. That's some extra double cutting, I guess. So make sure you wipe yours off. Okay, so then you're going to have all this stuff, so make sure your card opens the way you want. Well, this time it works out pretty good because it's got the little shapes down here at the end. So next you're going to put on this piece, the flowers, or you can use the dots. That's up to you. All the paper's double-sided, so you can always turn it over and use the other side. And it's got a little bit of a, whoops, drop it, Heather. Got a little bit of a border, so kind of eyeball it. Yes. And then let's see. Oh, it's got a little brown piece. We got this little piece. And this little red piece goes on top, or if you, oh, the other side has a little circle, so that's probably not going to work out unless yours got cut perfectly on the little circle. Or somewhere in between, where it runs in between it. This goes on this piece. And it's even at the end. And then this cute little filigree die is going to go on there. So let's go ahead and put that down first. So, oh, it's not going to be wide enough for my tape runner. So I'm going to use some liquid glue up here. And I didn't attach the bottom part, just this top. The tape runner's a little too big. You could also pop it up too if you wanted to pop it up underneath. Okay, so we want that to go down here towards the bottom. And it goes all across of the flower piece. So it's kind of free down here. Kind of pop those up. Next, we're going to put this one on. This right above the little hearts there. I like the little hearts that are on this little piece. I kind of wish they went the other way, but I guess if you turn the whole thing over, then they'd be right set up. Then you have this little corner piece. So we're going to use some liquid on that. I try not to get, I tend to get a little crazy with my liquid glue and put just a big blob, and then it makes a big mess, so don't use too much. Get a little crazy with my squishing of the bottle. This is going to go up here into the corner, right up here. Make it look more even. Okay, how about that? That looks good. Okay, then we have our girl. Her on there. The hardest part is getting these little sticker things off the back of these pop dots. I don't know why that's always so difficult. Then I tried to cover up this little center section here with this piece. So I didn't leave a little bitty part sticking out, so I tried to make sure to cover that up. Okay, then you've got your little dots here. Your little half pearls, and they come with adhesive on the back, so you don't have to worry about that. So I'm going to put a larger one up here. So let's do this medium one here. It's like the second to the largest. There's this large one, and then this size is next. Use my scissors to pick it up. That seems to be pretty, make it a little bit easier. And then I put some over here on the side, so let's do that. So that, I didn't use this size, I used the next one, so this. And I kind of put it in the little curve here of this one that curves in right here. And then I added a couple of smaller ones. I should have brought my jewel picker in here. I haven't tried that. Have you tried your jewel picker yet, Dee? That looks really better. Okay, so let's see if we can move this just a little bit closer. That doesn't, I don't like that. And I think I used maybe a medium one up here. I think I used a little bit bigger pearl last time, but that's okay. There's lots to choose from on your little package, so you can pick whichever ones you want. Put on there, but there we go. And then let's do the same thing over here on this side. Make sure to try that. Like I said, the little jewel picker I just got for the store, I think, is going to come in really handy for putting these jewels on. I just completely forgot it. I was kind of spaced out when I came in to put stuff in here for our video today. Blame it on the Dayquil. My brain feels like it's in a fog. Okay. Oh, that looks better. See, I should have used these bigger ones over here. I'm picking these off. I don't like that. Put it over here for later. We need a little bit bigger one. That's not going to work for me. Okay, so it's these ones here in the middle. Of course, now it's not going to want to come out of there. Okay, there we go. Oh, yes, that's much better. So if you want to use the little tiny ones, make sure to use these medium or the next size up. Oh, for heaven's sake. As this one. So you want to use the smallest one and then this one here. That makes it look a little bit better. Like that. Yes, it would be nice, Dee, if you could just reach through the screen and hand me your jewel picker. Sorry about that. Okay, so now let's get a sip of water. That always helps. And then we'll put some of the stickles. I think on mine I used some black stickles and I did not like that. So this is Stardust. I don't know why I didn't just use that to begin with, because Stardust is my favorite stickles. Or the diamond one. So I'm going to put that up here, because after I put the black on there, you couldn't really see the coloring of my little antennaes. So, or if you could put some Wink of Stella on there too, that would be cute. Add some sparkles, or your Spectrum Noir sparkle pin. You know, we all have 8 million sparkle pins. And they're all different. If they were all the same, it'd be so much easier, but they're not. They all are different. Put some on each one of these dots on her wing. And did I put anything else on my card? Let me look. No. Okay, good for me. Except for the white Sharpie paint pen that I completely forgot to bring in here. I'm not going to bore you with going out to find that because you don't want to watch me walk to the other room. That's not that exciting. Thank you, Trish. I'm hoping that it's gone soon. I've been fighting it off for a couple of weeks, and I went to the pool the other day and got sunburnt, and I think that sucked up what was left of my immunity, and it just hit me the next day, so we're going to sleep it off. It'll be great. So we won't be going to my friend's house to color tonight. I'm going to save them all from having this junk because it's not that fun. I'm just going to go to sleep and sleep it off. But here is our adorable Little Ladybug card kit. Isn't she cute? So if you haven't picked her up yet, there's still some left in the store, so you can head over to the store and grab one up, Little Ladybug. Very cute. And there's a link down in the description box. Next week, we're going to do a dragon, and I'll make sure to get that posted onto the store blog in the next couple of days. Otherwise, on August 3rd, this is the card kit we're going to be doing. It's called Farmer Tilda. And if you use coupon code July 6, that's the number 6, you can get 25% off of her. If you order her now, she'll be at your house in plenty of time for you to color with me on Thursday. And it comes with all of these great dies. I spent forever cutting these out, so it'll be really fun. You'll like that. Also, if you want to pick up some other stuff, there is a sale for 10% off going that you can use coupon code SALE10, so SALE10, and you can get 10% off every store. If you want to order this kit and get other stuff in the store, just place 2 orders. I will combine them and give you a refund for the shipping, or if your orders go over the shipping amount and you get free shipping, I will give you full shipping, and you know how that goes. So leave me a comment down below if you want to future stuff, what you want to do. So that's right. Everybody order the Farmer Tilda. Go get one. And if this is after you're watching it after the video, I'm going to put a pop-up at the top of the screen so you can click that and go straight there. I'm also going to change the thumbnail at the front of the screen because we're not doing Bible journaling right now. It would not let me do any of that before I came to do my live video. So, I'm like, oh, well, whatever. I don't have time to deal with that. I have 3 minutes. I have to email Trish and Dee to tell them that we're live in 2 minutes. So I hope you guys all had fun coloring with me. Thanks for putting up with my coughing, and we will see you again next Thursday live at noon doing some kind of dragon here on our YouTube station. You guys all have a great day. Bye.